Hello and welcome to the channel. We are the Hologrumps. I am Colum.
And I'm Liam.
And we're here today to talk to you about episode 9 of Star Trek Picard, Et In Arcadia Ego. It's a live discussion. We're here live to talk to you. And we have some opinions that are pretty rough. But before we do that, if we could get you to like, subscribe, and comment as you're watching as well, because we always appreciate comments. Now, Liam, what did you think of this episode?
Oh, dear God in heaven. How do I answer that question? It was a dumpster fire.
Yay!
Yes, I've said it. It was terrible. It was, in fact, the worst episode of Star Trek Picard. And I know we're going to get a lot of hate for saying this, because maybe there are people out there that enjoy this. It was dreadful. It was so bad. I mean, it was, oh my God. Maybe you can articulate it better than I can at first, or should we just dive straight into the review?
There have been things in my life that have been bad. There are things in my life that have been terrible. But none of them can amount to the misery I felt in watching this episode. This dumpster fire of an episode was not only bad Star Trek, it was bad television. The only nice thing about the episode was a little bit of CGI, and that was it.
A couple of CGI flowers in space.
Yeah, flowers in space. Let's not explain how they got there, because why not? Why
At
would
first, they kind of bothered me, but then I was like, yeah, you know what? In hindsight, the thing I did enjoy were the flowers in space.
In the big picture of things, if you're liking the flowers in space, then you got a good time ahead of you.
Okay, so this episode was directed by Akiva Goldsman, and we've all seen Titans.
I've seen Titans, and I really wish I hadn't. This is Akiva Goldsman destroyed it. First season of Titans is pretty decent. Second season of Titans is terrible. Oh my God! And this was just a little glimpse of that again. I had PTSD from watching this episode. It was that bad.
We didn't even take down who it was written by. I think it was like Michael Chabon and
3 people.
Yeah, it was
3.
just had teleplay.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so the episode opens with the ship, the HMS Grande, flying through that Borg transwarp hub. Oh, hello, Max Matthews. Hope you enjoyed the episode.
Hello.
And
actually, I actually don't hope you enjoyed the episode. Oh, it was a rough one.
Yeah, because if you enjoyed the episode, you're not going to enjoy our review.
Oh.
So we find out that the HMS Grande has traveled 25 light years in 15 minutes. But who cares, because they do this all the time in current Star Trek.
Time is artificial. It doesn't exist. It's pointless.
No. And as soon as they arrive at Capilius, is that the name of it?
Sure, why not? I don't care. They said it once and then never said it again.
They arrive at Capilius and Narek. Oh, Narek.
Narek. Handsome Narek.
Oh, he's so handsome
So
and dashing.
handsome. Oh.
And he shows up and attacks the HMS Grande and what's his name? Rios. Puta madre!
Despite the fact that Rios is in just a normal old ship and Narek is in a miniature warbird, he loses because, plot.
Well, in fairness, they did have the flowers to help them.
Ah, yes, the flowers. Thank
Very.
God for the flowers.
So it's such a bizarre, why flowers?
Why
I mean,
not?
of all the things that they could have had, I know they're like the Daj or Orcidium. I presume they're going for that type of idea.
Yeah.
Because Daj was named after.
How did they invent these? Okay, I don't care.
They're simply tractor beams. I mean, surely there are much easier devices that they could invent that aren't so complex as a couple of flowers. Just a thought. So flowers attack all of the ships, and of course the Borg cube shows up as well.
Because there's no point in excluding that.
Just to crash on the planet, so we can have 7 of 9 and Elrond. I mean 7 of Rhine. And what I noticed more than anything about this scene, there was far too much going on.
You noticed that?
I noticed that. I was like, at first, oh, maybe this will be an interesting space battle. But
Whoa!
But I couldn't even keep track of everything that was going on. Then all of a sudden the Borg cube shows up. Then there are flowers in space. And then the Borg cube doesn't even get to attack anyone. It just gets pulled into the atmosphere.
It just whomps onto the ground.
Aha, Venus Flowers Trap, Cube Crushers, True Atmosphere. Yes, they trapped the cube. They maybe they had a nice sent off.
To be honest, that was the only thing I liked about the episode. I really I liked the effects of the cube crashing. It reminded me of Battlestar Galactica. Do you remember that episode of Battlestar Galactica where the main ship crashes through the flies through the atmosphere? Remind me of that. And then it was promptly all ruined by the fact that everything was just happening at the same time.
And then we get they land on the planet and Picard spazzes out, which leads into his neuromotic syndrome.
We're
and
so
we get
happy
our opening.
to see you. Yes.
So we get some kind of flashback for Picard, which kind of looks like another trailer for the episode. They probably just reused an old trailer, and then he wakes up to Agnes scanning him. Rather,
You've been asleep this whole time. Wake up! We're almost there.
yeah.
We crashed and survived.
And I noticed how come the EMHs aren't there, but of course the power's gone in the ship, so that makes perfect sense. Picard's neuromotic syndrome is kicking in, and she's detected this with an old tricorder.
Yeah, which looks just like a tricorder, I suppose. I've never seen a tricorder that looks like that. Could be wrong. I expected them to use one of the old flip out ones. You know, the ones from Next Generation.
The TNG ones.
Yeah.
He informs the crew that if they speak to him about his mortality or his impending doom,
It'll really upset him.
Yeah,
Piss him off.
he'll be pissed off. So better not do that.
Don't bring it up. Don't talk about cancer.
So the crew then gears up to head out into Tatooine and find the Borg cube.
Except this Tatooine has blue trees.
Yeah. They probably just filmed it at Patrick Stewart's California ranch
His
or
ranch.
Akiva Goldsman's ranch, and they're like, oh, we don't have much money for this right now.
We blew it all in that Borg cube.
And flowers.
Yeah.
Why not? So so they get to the Borg cube, and it kind of reminded me of the scene from The Rise of Skywalker, where they reach the ruins of the Death Star, and we kind of wanted her to take out the Sith dagger. And
yes, we wanted her to take out the dagger and just point at the cube. Look, it's crashed. The holocron is there, and yes, it was like a No Man's Sky cosplay, because it just felt like they just randomly put in these random colored plants just everywhere. Yeah, great, just add in extra objects. Why not?
So Picard, Elrond, and Seven reunite reunite on the Borg cube, and we get some really unwarranted and uncalled for Voyager music
For like 4 seconds. 4 seconds of Voyager music. What was the payoff? She stands up there lording over people with a spotlight on her. I swear it looked like I was watching theater.
They are using the music as member berries.
Yeah, I was inspired. Now I'm just sad and tired.
Yeah, it's like, oh, here's Quark. You know?
Poor Quark.
Well, Quark wasn't in it, of course.
Yeah.
Quark was on the planet.
Stay tuned to this episode for more Quark.
Picard wants Elrond to help get the cube defensive system online. Has Elrond ever at any point demonstrated that he's
has an ability for anything other than murder?
Other than swinging a sword around? I mean, how is he going to help put the defensive systems online?
You can talk to people. You can tell them to choose life.
Okay, mates. Choose life.
Choose life.
Maybe this is to lead us onto a spin-off Elrond and Seven of Rhine series.
Oh, we can only hope.
We all want that.
Section 31 with Elrond 7. Woo!
Oh no. Well, I'm triggered.
I'm just furious in general.
So we got our ad break because we're cheap and we only pay for CBS commercial.
CBS some access.
CBS, yeah, some access. We don't get to download our programs. We don't get to skip ad breaks.
No.
So we got our pandering shot of the entire crew looking at whatever that building was.
Everyone just stands in a line and poses while they wait for the camera to pass.
Yeah, and they meet a Synth who has the data eyes and kind of golden skin.
And things start getting weird from this point on.
Everything just collapses in on itself.
It's like a black hole at this point. it is like the gravity of this episode became too heavy with all these bombshells, and it all just imploded.
I actually wrote down during it, can't keep up with notes, synth does not compute.
Yeah.
It was... What? What happened?
But Liam, your favourite actor is back.
I actually felt embarrassed for Brent Spiner. I felt like they wrote this entire scene and then they were
there was never a reference to the fact that Sung had a child. He always implied that his children were the androids. And now all of a sudden he has a 70-year-old child.
Have you noticed that Soon always looks the exact same, all of his relations? Like, we go back to the episode of Enterprise,
yes.
yeah, and it's...
Do you ever think they're genetic clones?
Maybe. That'd be an interesting plot line.
Yeah, that every time Sung wants to have a child, he just clones himself with a little bit of mixed DNA in there. God, I'm too smart for this. No,
Maybe the Reapers. I mean, the synths.
Yeah, the Reapers
that are stuck out in space, in their space pods.
With their space tentacles.
Maybe they're all Brent Spiner, and they've been evolving. Or
maybe they're the fandom, who are come to destroy Star Trek, and it's all a big metaphor that the internet is destroying Star Trek as a whole. God, I can't keep up. That'd be so meta.
So we meet Dr. Ulton Inigo soon. Right. And he's probably just another character for them to kill off, but Brent Spiner can pop up anywhere in Star Trek, so it doesn't matter.
All right, so we've gotten to the biggest issue we had with this whole episode. I'm going to take this away because this hurt me on levels that I can't verbally convey how much this upset me. There is a synth that looks like Soji. It's called Sutra. Yes, it's called Sutra.
Who cares?
She notices Jurati has felt the admonishment, I believe it's called, isn't it? Or whatever it's called. She felt it, so she's like, so it's inside you. Yes. Well then, I've been studying Vulcan techniques. Like, it doesn't make sense. How can an android do these things? How can an android just have the ability to have psychic powers? Oh, Liam, we're drowning. Let's grow gills. That's the point. Like, it's stupid. Mind melding androids.
Anything can happen in CBS Trek.
I'm done. Like, I am dreading episode 10. I've been dreading every episode up to this, but episode 10, I feel like I'm going to war. This is hurting.
You know what the biggest problem I have with what these people are doing to our fandom? They did it with Star Wars as well, the Force teleporting lightsabers in between people and all this type of thing. And now they're doing it the same with Star Trek where, okay, anybody can mind meld, like even robots can do it. There's such a rich source of material that they have to work from and such a rich universe and world that has already been built.
They spat on it.
Why do they need to keep creating these new random things to make the universe that little bit smaller? There's no point. I mean, if you wanted this character to mind meld, just put a Vulcan on the planet. It doesn't matter. Advanced synth, sensor tech. I mean, you can explain away all these things as much as you want and be devil's advocate. But
It doesn't.
Why wouldn't Soon say that? Oh, we installed a special sensor.
Instead,
technology.
no. She's been she read a book.
She read Sutra.
She is Sutra.
Oh no.
She read a book though. Like, she read a book and suddenly she knows how to mind meld. Does that mean humans could just mind meld? Does that mean everyone can mind? Can Klingons do it?
There's probably a point in Star Trek canon that we're missing that I'm sure a human did mind meld.
I suppose you can understand, considering everyone can do the Vulcan nerve pinch.
Well, now they can, yeah. I think originally it was meant to be kind of a psychic link.
A psychic pressure point.
Yeah, because obviously you can't. It's impossible to do that in real life. But then, of course, everyone could suddenly do it.
Lord knows I've tried. Right, let's move on with this.
So the The great secret of the Zat Vash is that there are synthetic life forms waiting in space, and if the synths get too evolved, they can call on them, and the synths will answer the call and kill all humans or all life forms.
All organic life will be destroyed because it might destroy all synthetic life.
I can imagine all the synths looking like Brent Spiner and sitting there at their computer with life forms.
Killing
Tiny.
little life
Yeah.
forms.
Where are you? Oh.
Yes, it is. It's a trap. Yes. But this all seems like it's been written before, and it has. If anyone's ever played the game Mass Effect 3, they'll know that, well, actually the Mass Effect series in general, they'll know there are these synthetic life forms called Reapers who come around every 50,000 years to kill off all organic life so that the cycle can begin again. Basically, so that organic life cannot create synthetic life that will eventually kill them. So, I mean, this kind of story has been done before, done to death really at this point. They also made the Borg cube give a Reaper Bois. If you know what a Reaper Bois is, you know what a Reaper Bois is.
Wong.
Yeah.
I'd like to also point out that I didn't want to shoot myself in the head or gouge my eyes out after I learned the secret of the Zat Vash. So it was as much of a letdown as I thought it would be.
Yep.
So not Data, maybe Lore, chastises Jurati for killing Maddox. And it turns out he's trying to create a body to implant human consciousness into.
He's putting his own brain in a body. But it'll end up, something will end up happening where probably Jurati's brain will have to go in there. Or Picard. Picard will live forever in a young, vivacious body.
Is that the idea?
That they can,
like, if they want to
Picard.
bypass the... Oh my god. You just gave them the idea. They can have Star Trek Picard, except...
young Picard.
Young ethnic Picard.
Yeah.
Just to make the show even that bit more diverse. And then of course you can have the scene of Patrick Stewart passing the lantern onto Picard.
Literally passing a torch onto him.
Yeah, and then Michael Burnham can meet up with young Picard in the future.
Because he's immortal now.
Oh no.
Oh yes, this is going to be... Yeah! We're going to have to send this to CBS as soon as all this virus stuff goes out of the way.
Okay, but if they use that idea, I claim rights to it. To transferring into young synth Picard.
Synth sexy Picard.
Maybe
Hello.
I can audition for Picard.
Yeah, shave your head and just put on a British accent.
Well,
Hello.
it's on the way.
Hello.
Voiceover Picard de-aged.
They could do that, yeah. They could do that, but Stewart will die eventually.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Just like his character.
Let's get to the end of this.
Let's move on.
So, Sutra frees Narek, and Narek murders one of the other androids, because why not? And he runs off to the Borg cube, and he does a very silly run. It's just...
Well, I don't think Narek killed the android, but who cares? Who cares?
Well, he did, because there was foreshadowing of him looking at the butterfly, or the hummingbird.
I suppose, yeah, he did look at it, yeah.
So, he runs off, he does a big wide-legged run through the pastures. Home on the range.
Run while you can.
Run while you can. You'll never catch me.
And so Shizzo's dead, and not Data, maybe Lore can't seem to fix her.
Yeah.
Which how come it's so easy to kill them off like that? I mean, the amount of times
maybe they're really close to being organic.
Why did they make them so vulnerable?
Too human. But they still have superhuman strength.
But if he could build them like that, he'd know all of their mechanics or biological mechanics inside out.
And he makes it sound like he makes it sound like Narek just gouged out her eye and he can't fix the eye. But no, she's dead. It went all the way into her brain.
Sure, Data was blown up into the past, and all he had was a head that was stuck onto his body or his 300-year-old head was stuck onto his current day body, and he was fine.
But I would argue he's modular. You can take off parts of his body, couldn't you?
Yes, but I presume they still have the same type of...
I don't know.
They have
that
a positronic
one
brain.
That one in the stasis thing looked pretty human or pretty organic, like synthetic organic, like fake meat, you know? So
but if they're that human and they're that vulnerable, how can Doji punch her way through bulkheads, like metal bulkheads, if she's just as vulnerable as the rest of us?
I don't have answers, Liam. I don't.
Does she have like a little shield system that whenever she punches things,
don't-
activates the shield?
I don't have these answers. I ask Akiva. Yeah, the hashtag Ask Akiva.
Hashtag Ask Akiva. Does he have Instagram?
I don't know and I don't care.
It can be like the Michael Chabon thing where he breaks down what's going on through his head because, writing has got to the point that...
I need to know, yeah.
Yeah, but his writing has got to the point that it's no longer enough to be left implied, that it's so bad that he has to explain everything to everyone.
And this isn't even it's so bad it's good. This is so bad. I can understand why so many reviewers have quit the show. I can completely understand it. It's terrible.
Doji leapt up the stairs. Why wouldn't Soji? Oh yes, yeah. She can run like a superhero.
She can run faster than a bullet. Like
she sees. Did she see Narek? No, she didn't see Narek running down the hill. That was
But at least she'd know where he's going. Couldn't she call the cube and be like, "Yeah, listen, chances are Narek is on his way." So,
yes, they have sensors on the cube.
Oh, don't forget to tell Starfleet that O is a spy.
Oh yeah, Starfleet. I've made first contact protocol, as opposed to Starfleet. Oh, she's a goddamn spy.
Commander O.
And then O shows up at the end in her kind of twisted bird of prey. Romulan warbird.
It's been flattened.
Flattened, yeah. It's been 25% different. It did it.
Yeah, it is just a line, basically a semicircle with a beak.
What was wrong with the old one? I liked the old one.
It was really cool, but it has to be different because why not? It's been 30 years.
At least it kind of looked like it. At least the bridge section kind of looked like it.
I'm sad now.
And why was Narek flying a ship called a snake?
I don't know.
Aren't the snakes the Cardassians?
No.
Yeah.
Were they?
Who?
Since when?
Lemmings? Snakes, the Cardassians have kind of like that snake symbol, don't they? Kind of like a green snake, and the Romulans are kind of the birds.
You've lost me, Liam. This is Star Trek Picard now. We're in different
territories.
Yeah, anything can happen.
So we get loads of speeches then.
I love speeches. They're so eloquent and verbal and pointless. Everyone gets the chance to make a speech. It's really nice that everyone stops talking to let everyone make a speech. Can you imagine what that would actually be like in real life? Imagine all those people standing around. One of them would have been having a conversation with another one saying, "Oh, what are you going to do later on today? I don't know what I'll do later today." Shut up back there. Like, why? Everyone just watches as everyone makes a point. It's like it's been a court case or something. It's ridiculous.
And do none of the other synths have personalities? They're just going to stand around staring.
Opinions, yeah. You two, take them away.
Two bald ones. They're generic goons.
Well, we modelled them after goons.
What do you call them again? Palookas.
You big
damn
palooka.
palookas coming to take me away. Oh,
this is bad. Like this is bad enough that people should be worried about Star Trek as a whole if this is what it's going to continue to be. There was absolutely no payoff in the episode, in my opinion. Now,
it is a two-parter, but it didn't even leave me excited. Like, what's going to happen next?
I just know what's going to happen next. The synthetic space evil is going to almost get there and get sent back at the last second. That's what's going to happen.
Narek and Doji will team up and save the day.
And Narek will sacrifice himself at the end.
Because we all know that Doji's the lost heroine of the show, and she will find her way back to the light.
And maybe Starfleet will show up with Riker at the head of it.
Wouldn't that be great?
Wouldn't that be great?
Although I'm happy with what they did with Riker and Deanna Troi. I'd rather they not introduce them after seeing this because they can only do damage to them.
Well, they could show up with LaForge and Beverly Crusher and Q. God, imagine this was all just a dream. Wouldn't that be great? Picard wakes up in his chateau and goes, oh.
Is the Sphere watching? Is this the Sphere from Discovery? what you even
Super
call
AI.
it? The super AI sphere thing
That goes back in time to make sure it becomes an AI, despite the fact that it is acting like an AI in the present.
Oh no. Discovery Season 3 is on the horizon.
Oh no. I don't know if I'll have the stomach to review it.
I don't think we'll be doing live stream reviews. In fact, because we have a Netflix account and we are based in Europe, we will just delete this CBS account because we don't need it. And I'm not giving them any more money.
Yeah, you're not getting any more of my money.
This is terrible.
This is bad. Right, let's wrap this up because I can't be negative all day long.
No, let's do something that's fun, like stream the Star Wars saga, the Lego Star Wars complete saga.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's put up something on that. We'll do episode 1. We'll do it episode by episode. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Right, so thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Max Matthews, for watching. We really appreciated the comments. If you like what you see, if you like what you saw, think about subscribing. Maybe even comment below if you have any opinions on the episode yourself. And as always, we've been the Hologrumps. I'm Colum.
And I'm Liam.
And remember, existence is futile.